Hello, my name is Kevin Chasse, and I'm a technical account manager here at GitLab. I'm here to talk to you today about how GitLab's security scanning features work in offline environments. First, let's define what offline environments are. Essentially, they are environments where your GitLab instance cannot reach out to all of the resources that it needs on the internet. GitLab security scanners, by default, reach out to image repositories and other resources on the internet that make the use of them and the included templates within GitLab very easy to use when your instance has access to them over the internet. However, not all installs of GitLab have this. Different cases where this may not be the cases, such as completely air-gapped environments where your network or your environment has no physical access to the internet whatsoever, but also ones where there are limited connectivity, maybe firewall rules in place or other restrictions put on the network by your organization that you as a GitLab administrator don't have any control over. Also, some intranet environments may also fall into this category. So basically, anytime that GitLab cannot reach out to the internet to get the resources it needs to do security scanning, these instructions and features will come into play. So this article we're looking at is part of the documentation suite within GitLab.com, and it walks you through these definitions and gives you an overview of how the security scanners will work and the kinds of resources they need, such as container registries and package repositories, and some of the limitations you may run into even after you've used the features that allow you to overcome the need to have internet-based container registries and package repositories. When you interact with vulnerabilities or try to use our auto remediation features, they may or may not work depending on the settings within your individual network. And then at the bottom, we have our specific scanner instructions that have links directly to the documents for each of the 5 different scanners. If we look at just one of these, just to give you an example, and then you can look at the rest yourself on your own, I'll just show you kind of how these work and the theme behind how you will make changes to your installation to get these to work. So again, we have an overview here on this documentation page of running in an offline environment, what the requirements are. So in this case, you have to have a runner that can use Docker or Kubernetes. And you need a local Docker container registry that has a copy of our DAST container image. And so there's links to these here that you can get to and download and then manually upload into your local container registry. So here it tells you exactly which Docker container you need to get off of GitLab.com and transfer onto your network. And then it also shows you how you can modify your CI YAML file to use our built-in template and override the image to, instead of using the one that is on GitLab.com, it can use any local path to the name of the image where you have stored it on your local network. Now, some of the changes that we had to do in order to get this working involved removal of the Docker and Docker capability. So Docker and Docker is the ability to have a Docker container, then have Docker running inside of it to then spin up another Docker container. And this is a convenient way to do some of these scans so that you can have Docker inside of Docker. However, when you do this, you make making these work in offline environments even more difficult. And so one of the things that we did at GitLab was remove the need or give you a way to not have Docker and Docker turned on. Well, as of 13.0, we now have Docker and Docker disabled by default. So before in the 12.x series, it was enabled by default, and now it is disabled by default. If you need to enable it, there's instructions here. And here I'm on the GitLab 13.0 release blog that has a specific section on how we've deprecated Docker and Docker. So as of 13.0, Docker and Docker is now turned off by default. And as of 12.10, we have all 5 scanners working in some manner for offline with different sets of instructions for the different scanners. Thank you very much and have a great day.